See this giant stack of books? Oh, well, these are my sketchbooks, and this isn't even all of them. So we are gonna learn how to make our own from home. Now, can sketchbooks be all different? Yeah, they can be really small. They can have a hardcover. They can have some cool blank pages on the inside. They can have some cool drawings on the inside too. They can be a little bit bigger. They can be black. They can be brown. They can be colored. They can be whatever you want. So sketchbooks come in all kinds of shapes and sizes and colors, and you can decorate them however you want. This one I thought was a little boring, so I added some stickers. Now these are the ones just like we have at school. If you're in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th grade, if you're in preschool or kindergarten, you can make one of these with us, but you'll get one of these at school when you start in 1st grade. Now, we probably aren't going to have anything to add like artist trading cards like this with the ones that we make at home, but if you come up with some really cool ideas to add your own space, to add your own artist trading cards, let me know how you do that, because I would like to add some to mine as well. So we are going to get some school supplies together, or whatever you have at your house. I'm going to show you what I have right here, and we're going to make our own sketchbook together. All right, sweet friends, right here in front of me, I am going to create a half of a sketchbook from the normal size that we have at school. So if you have file folders, if your mom and dad have file folders at home, you can do this just the same way we do them at school. What I do is I take the paper that we use and I put it right inside the file folder, which is just like a little manila folder, and then I staple it and cover it with tape. But what I'm going to show you here is how you can just use paper. You don't have to have a file folder. And if you're anything like me, oh my goodness, you want to have a whole bunch of different kinds of paper. So I have black paper, white paper, watercolor paper, colored paper, all kinds of paper. But I chose 2 that are the same, they don't have to be the same, to put on the outside. So that's pretty cool. So I want lots of paper in mine. My stapler is not heavy duty enough to add all these papers and staple them together. So I'm actually going to use a hole punch. And what's cool about this is if I use hole punch and string and I tie them in a bow, I'll be able to take them apart and add more pages if I ever want to. So here's what I can do. If you've ever been in art class with me, you know our hole punches, they can't really punch through that many pages at one time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a couple, and I'm going to punch 2 holes in what I think will be the right spots for the rest of mine. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the top one, put the others to the side, and then with the rest of mine, I'm going to line them up with that first one that I did. So this first one has these 2 holes right here. You see that? And then punch, punch. Gotta get my muscles out today. And then I've got these little hole things that I can use for later if I want to, or I can just throw them in the trash. But I'm gonna do this with each one of my pages and set them to the side. That way then they'll all have the hole in the same place. That's the most important part. So that way your book is nice and even. If the holes are not in the same place, your book will look a little bit funny, but it'll still work. All right, sweet friends, now that all of my pages have holes in them, I'm going to try to line them up as best as I can. If they're a little uneven, that's okay. So I'm going to start first with the back page. I'm going to pick some string. Now I just have some random string. You can use whatever kind of yarn you have at home. If you've got some funky yarn, that'd be kind of fun too. And I'm just going to start lining up my holes and putting my string through like this on the top parts. And you can order your pages however you want. I have a few just white pages in here. I have a few watercolor pages. I have a few colored pieces. You can just use copy paper. You could use notebook paper, any kind of paper that you want. And notice that my string is getting a little frayed on the end. So if you want to, tie a little knot in the end. That way it doesn't get any bigger, the fray. And then it's easier to poke through the hole with the knot, and you just grab the knot, pull it through. We'll do the same thing on the bottom once I have all of my pages in. Decorating the cover. So You can put your name on the front, like I did on this one. I like to put my name on the front for the ones I use at school so it doesn't get lost. But you can decorate the front however you want. If you want to paint and your parents say it's okay, you can paint, you can draw, you can do whatever you want to the cover of your sketchbook because this is your book.